Hello, fellow compatriots, and welcome to yet another video. Today we're going to be making a Bionicle, but not just any Bionicle, but we're going to make one out of bricks. I haven't made one out of bricks in a while, and because we're making it out of bricks, I'm going to pull out Voodoo Man. Oh no, Voodoo Man. There we go. But we're gonna make Voodoo Man more like Voodoo Man, but make him better. As you can see, Voodoo Man, he walks. It's a little bit dusty. He's been on the shelf for a little bit while. But we're gonna give Voodoo Man some friends. We're gonna give Voodoo Man lots of friends that for him to build his army. Now, there was no video today, sadly. I was planning to make a video in regards to ascending depths because I've been working that in a while, but I'm gonna hold off on that in retrospect, mainly because I want to at least get some parts in so you guys get to see the new parts that I have made, the new building system, actually, because I came up with a new building system for ascending depths, so that should be fun. Benson says, hey, Trib. Hello. Lucas says, oh, man. Indeed. So we're going to go ahead and make a Bionicle. Now, I'm going to do it with googly eyes because I feel like googly eyes is the way to go. Now, we have a lot of black. We got black, red, blue, and gray. So we do have some other colors, we just don't have a lot of other colors. So we have all the colors of the rainbow here. To get more deeply into that, we got some dark azure, we got the light azure. We also have flaming pink. We have a lighter shade of pink. We got a regular pink, the bright pink. Yellow, we got a lot of yellow, so we can make someone yellow if we really want to make somebody yellow. And these are going to be small builds, so we're not going to make them too big, so that I can just have a whole army of just little dudes. And we got Keat Orange, or Flaming Yellow to those who are uninitiated with the Kitangu. We also got some orange and dark red. Got some greens in here. Got even more greens over here, just not as much. But we do got some colors. Beth says, hey, Tre, what is your favorite low-budget horror movie? Oh, man. You know, I don't really watch a lot of horror, so I can't really answer that, which is a shame. Though, speaking about horror films, I have seen Megan. Now, Megan isn't exactly a horror film. Kind of feels more like a thriller, honestly. But it's really good. I do enjoy it. It's super fun. I really love Megan. It's a very fun fun character. Fun. Ugh. Sorry, I'm thinking about multiple things at the same time. It's very good film. Like the premise. It had a lot of potential, and I feel like it launched with all stars and stripes in regards to that film. It did a phenomenal job. I really liked it. Also, I saw Quantumania the other day. No spoilers. I won't talk too much about Quantumania, but what I will say is I really liked the film. There was some fun, quirky characters in there, some unexpected surprises. It made me chuckle a couple of times, and it also had me looking very much forward to more Marvel films, which is very rare for me to say, considering like I wasn't that invested in Marvel films a whole lot. So I haven't really had like that much of engagement with the Marvel films. Ever since like Endgame was like, okay, I'm good, I'm done. But now I'm interested. I dare say I'm interested right now. But even with that said, I feel like there's a lot of potential to be had. So with the Marvel films. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a walking, something that walks. I haven't decided what will walk, but I'm gonna make something that walks. And then maybe later I'll make something that runs. I just don't have any motors to make something to run. Sadly. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. That you can be certain of. So I like things that run. Maybe a little bit too much. Though, since we are making it out of bricks, it gives me a lot of creative freedom in what character to make, or potentially make my own character. Ben says, Mona looks like Humpty Dumpty from Puss in Boots. Indeed. Yeah, he definitely does. However, let's not talk too much about Quantumania, because I'm not so sure if everybody has seen it yet. I know probably several people have seen it, but you know, to uninitiated, yes, you've seen MODOK in the trailer. For all you guys wondering, wait a minute, I didn't know MODOK was in the movie. Yes, he is. You see it in the trailer. Okay, cool. That's all you need to know. But yeah, absolutely love it. Oh, wait a minute, I have orange. I got a great idea. Oh, I got a really good idea. Wait a minute, I got tan. I got tan and I got gray. I know exactly what to make. Yeah, I know what to make now, guys. I have an idea what to make now. Okay. And you guys might actually like where this might go. Because now I have a pretty good idea on what to make right now. However, sadly, it will no longer. Well, it can kind of count as a Bionicle. I shouldn't say it will no longer count as a Bionicle, but you know what? It might. It just might. But in order to do the thing, I must get some tan wheels. We're gonna make a very tan colored individual, which I will not disclose at this time, but if you're initiated enough, you might have an idea in where this might be going, but I will not say what exactly. And yeah, I can space it out. So I just need 2. Yeah, I just need the 2. Angel Sanchez says, "Hey Trip, how's it going? It's going pretty well. How about yourself?" My back is honestly killing me right now, by the way. For those in chat, yes, I had a long day at work. My back is in pain. It's in agony. And instead of working on a Bionicle cosplay, because that will be a lot of bending down and stuff like that, and I really don't want to do that because I'm not in the best shape right now to go ahead and do that. So right now I'm just making a thing out of bricks because can't go wrong with making something out of bricks, honestly. Well, you might be able to make something wrong out of bricks, but we're not going to go there. And I suggest that you do not go there because that is a very ambitious line of thinking that I just do not condone. And Liam says, hi, hello, welcome. We're going to be making some walking Bionicle, similar to Voodoo Man. We're going to make another, just like Voodoo Man, but a little bit different. Because it's not exactly like Voodoo Man, but close enough to Voodoo Man. And you'll find out what it is eventually. But right now, I'm just trying to make sure I have all the pieces that I need to finish this other character that I will be constructing as we speak. Now, I'm going to use a number 7, a 6, actually. I don't know why I call it a 7. I'm so used to Technic. With the odd numbers, not so much the even measurements, but the odd ones. It's always the odd ones every single time. But anyways, we got that. Let me go ahead and yeah. So I need a 2x4 plate. That's what I need right now. Oh, and a blaster. Let's put a blaster in there. I think it can have a blaster. I think it will look good with a blaster. So we get some mixel joints in there. So we're going to have a more articulated version. Something more articulated than Voodoo Man over here. So we're going to go ahead and make this a 3-length tail. So this is going to be a very articulated little guy that we're going to be making here. And it's going to be fun, and you're going to love it. I hope that you love it. If you do not love it, then just let me know, because I will be sure to change that. Maybe. Probably not. Don't think too deeply on that. Okay, so Benson says, hey Trip, can you do an Eric Cartman impression? Maybe, I'll think about it. About Scroll says, we're making a bonehead today. I'm loving it, but yes, we are making a bonehead. And I was going to make another walking one. But then I had an idea on what I could make, because I have just enough tan and just enough brown to go ahead and make something kind of Boneheads related. And what? We can make more Boneheads. So we're going to be making more, not just ones that walk, but I had an idea for one that could do a walking thing. So we're going to be doing that, even though that would mean that's there. So that will be yeah, it has to be internal. It's going to have to be internal. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. So I need a I need a 1x4 plate. And some more 1x4 plates, if I can find enough of them, to make the thing that I need to make for the thing. And hopefully everything will go smoothly from me having enough things to do a thing. And if I do not have enough things to do a thing, then we have a problem. And I don't like problems. I like solutions. For better or for worse. Though, I have made, speaking about solutions, I have made a whole bunch of new parts for Ascending Devs, which I will be showcasing in the near future. really happy in how they turned out. And I'm just one part away from having a complete building system that has play features. You can put any play feature in. Let's be honest. Put any play feature in. So you can have like flapping wings or arms swinging or all sorts of random stuff. I am like super excited about it. And I hope that you guys like it when I go ahead and make it. Because it is pretty cool, I will admit. It is pretty cool. Okay. I'm gonna do that. And then... No. Okay, how about that? I wish I had more system, though, because I am very low in system. It is concerning how little bricks I actually have, because I mainly collect a lot of Technic and not much else. I don't know about you guys. Do you guys collect a lot of Lego bricks? Because I honestly don't collect a lot of Lego bricks. Even though I'm starting to collect, but not as much. It is one of those things where, you try to go ahead and hit a lot, but, because all the parts are just, like, super hyper-specific, it can be, like, very easy to be like, what if I don't want to do that? What if I don't want to have a whole bunch of pieces of which I may not use actually all of them? Which Bionicle parts kind of has that same like issue. I will admit it kind of has like the same issue going on where it's like, I have a lot of parts but have no idea what to do with all said parts. But there is a method to the chaos. I dare say. There is definitely a method to the chaos. That not a lot to consider when it comes to bricks in general. Oh yeah, I can use brackets. I can use brackets. I didn't think about using brackets. Could probably try doing that with the brackets. Wow, I am very low on bricks. Maybe I shouldn't make something overly complicated. Maybe I should make something a little bit more simpler. But it is a simple build. I just don't... I need the... You know what? Does anybody care for rainbow? Because we're going to go rainbow in just a sec. Are you okay with rainbow? Because we're going to go rainbow. And then until we find the parts that we actually need, we'll just do with the parts that we actually have. Because I'm going to go rainbow right now. I'm honestly going to go rainbow colored. So I may not have it in the exact color that I need, but I have plenty in other colors that probably will not match, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it regardless. We're going to make stuff that move. It's going to be very wild in terms of colors, but you know what? It's going to work. Because I say it's going to work. And because I say it's going to work, I know it's going to work. That's how this works. That's how all of this works. Don't believe me? Just watch. Don't believe me? Just watch. And we're going to put some red there, and then some red there. I have a lot of red and blue, so most of these are just going to be mostly red and blue. I'm going to be honest with you guys. They're mostly going to be red and blue, but you know what? We're going to make it work. We're going to make the reds and blues work. It's going to be a very patriotic looking build. But they're going to look nice. At the end of the day, it's going to look nice. And honestly, what else could you possibly ask for? Not much. Let's be honest, not much. Bosco says, I just got out of class for today. Gonna listen to the stream for now. Sounds good. And Angel says, question, how much does it cost you materials per month? When it comes to the parts for Stunning Devs, the material cost is wait, it's not much. Like I'm spending like under 100 on just on materials alone because I'm getting the plastic and everything from recyclable material, recyclable items. So I get items that can be recycled, and I'm able to be like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and change this and turn it into what I want it to be. That's how it mainly goes for a lot of parts that I make. It's just a lot of, I have this part, but I have a lot of said parts, so I don't have to worry too much about that. If that makes sense. I'm not so sure if that does make sense, but the more you know. But yeah, I don't really spend a lot in terms of materials. I save a lot of money with the resources that I just collect from the environment around me. So at the end of the day, I'm not like losing that much of any money in general when I'm making the stuff that I need to make. Which is a good thing. It's better to save money than to lose that money. And hi, I'm very close to the mic. Is this very comfortable for you? I hope it is very comfortable for you. Okay. Now I'm away from the microphone. Okay, so yeah, I don't spend a lot, and I think that's a good thing. You should never spend a whole bunch on just materials alone because that's probably not a good thing. You should probably not do that. But some people like to do that, so good on them, but not good on me. Oh yeah, I can literally. Okay, we're gonna get some more random colors in here. We're gonna get some more random colors. We're gonna make rainbows. We're gonna make some more rainbow. If there's a part that I have, I'm gonna use it. That's the philosophy of life right over here. If I have a part, I'm gonna use it. With no regrets. Okay, there we go. We got that part. And then we're going to go and get a plate. And here's a plate over here. That goes there. And then we could probably put a black piece in there. Maybe not. Let's put some more gray. We have gray, so we have enough gray to kill. Should be fine. Should be fine. If not, then oh well. So there we go. We got that. We got that. So we got ourselves a bit of a thing going on here. It's a thing. I don't know what kind of thing, but it's a thing. But it's a good thing. I swear it's a good thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It probably best to. double the thickness of that as we slide it in there. There we go. We got our wheel. We have our wheel, ladies and gentlemen. We have wheels, which means that's rolling. Wait a minute. Because that's in the middle, we can have something that's on a lever that just like moves up and down, but at the same time it's like in an odd place. So I was tempted on doing it, but now I'm not so sure if I want to go ahead and do that. There we go. So we got that, and now we get this all up in here. And then with this up in there, what we could do is make even more stuff. So let me get a mixel joint. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do the mixel joint, I forgot a very important thing that I probably should do that I have not done that I probably should do. And that important thing that I probably should do that I have not done that I probably should do involves me taking apart one of these and also taking apart what I just basically built just right now. Hooray! I forgot the leg joints. I forgot to go ahead and put the joints for the limbs. It's kind of important, you know, if you want something to walk, you know, you kind of need to give it legs. I heard that in general, legs are a good thing, and, you know, you can't have enough legs in life. So yeah, we're going to put legs in this. What a very invigorating story about legs. Gotta love legs. You can't have enough legs. But yeah, there we go. We got a walkaroonie. We got a mechanism being born here and today. We have a thingy being made. So that's good. I like that. There we go. And then, you know, we can put the tan ones in there because guess what? It's going to have tan. And tan is good. There we go. This doesn't look much like anything, but trust me, it will become something. I promise. Probably. Most likely. Certainly. Just give me plenty of time. But when it comes to building stuff in general, one thing that I really like to do is, like, before I start, like, building something, I always like to think, hey, you know, what would be a fun action for this model to do? Before I even think of a design or anything, I'm like, hey, what would be a cool thing to see? You know, and then I go from there, which is why you could probably imagine, like, oh, you know, I want a Bionicle to do the helicopter. And then it's like, you know what? There's a few cool helicopter designs out there. And then before you know it, I make Rahagagaki from Bionicle Web of Shadows. And then people starts going crazy. And that's usually how it goes when it comes to most builds. And there we go. Now it's time for the Technic part. Without moving my body too drastically, because I'm still sore. There we go. Get some Technic up in here. Wait, maybe not that? Question mark? What happens if I use a 7? Can I use a 7? Oh, it's going to need multiple ligaments. No, it's going to be too... I don't want it to be that complicated. I'm making it more complicated than it has to. Yeah, I'm making it more complicated than it has to. Gosh dang it. Because if I add more ligaments, it's just going to move more, way too much. And the way that I do not want it to be. So I'm going to have to do it in halves. Now I do have some halves. But it might end up getting too crowded, which is something that I do not want. I don't want it to get too crowded, because if it gets like too crowded, then it's... Let's be honest, it's not as appealing if it gets too crowded. So I try to stay away from that. So there we go. And yeah. It's getting too crowded. There's not enough clearance to allow for that. So we're going to go stick with bipedal. I was thinking about quadruped, but we're going to stick with bipedal. I think bipedal is the better way to go, honestly. Oh, I really want to make a quadruped. I really do. I like quadrupeds. Especially like crab-based ones. But it will be too low to the ground. I kind of want something a little bit on the erected side of things. Where it's like raised, but you can still have the legs move. I'm trying to decide, like, how exactly would I go about that? Like, because typically you want the wheels to be on the ground. But if it's like a raised body and it's doing the walking and the torso is like up here, how do you translate the energy from the feet up into the torso when the torso is up off the ground? Unless if I don't do that and I make it a wind-up toy. A wind-up Bionicle toy. Hold on, we need to make a wind-up toy. Hold on. That's how we do it. We make a wind-up toy out of Bionicle. There we go. So let's see if we can make a wind-up toy out of bricks. I'm going to make a wind-up toy out of bricks. Now, in order to do that, we're going to need a pulley. Or something. So we got some gears. And we got some elastic bands. So that we can build up enough kinetic energy to allow for that to happen. So that could be a thing. That could be a thing, honestly. You know, when it comes to like all the stuff that I typically build with the mocks, which stands for my own creation and Lego terminology. When I build these things, you know, I always like to not only just like figure out, what action do I want it to do, but something that has not been seen before. And that is a very difficult thing to do because over the past like 7 years of me just building stuff, I have basically covered almost everything. And there's really not a lot for me to go off of in terms of like stuff to build. Okay, there we go. We got small gear with big gear. The big gear will move. And the energy will be distributed into the smaller gear. So it will be just a simple lever system. It gets pulled back, and then when it's walking, it folds down into the torso. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But that should work in terms of a walking mechanism. Just 2 gears working in tandem, and that should have just enough torque for it to do what it needs to do for us to go ahead and make a walking mechanism. Now, since it's going to be quadruped, it should be able to walk fairly easily. Shouldn't be any problems with that. However, my only concern is how many steps will it be able to make before it runs out. That's the only issue. I have no idea how many steps it's going to be able to make. Which means we might have to do a chain. I think I'll do a chain just to be on the safe side. So I'll go ahead and do a chain. Let's do with a big gear still, but I want to do a chain just to be on the safe side. Because I am a very cautionary person. Okay, so we got the parts for a chain. We got 4 gears. So it's going to go from this gear to that gear. I'm not so sure if you can see that. Okay. Let's move it so you guys can actually see. There we go. So it's going to go from this gear to that gear, from this gear to that gear. That's how it's going to do what it do in the most effective way possible. So we do this type of setup over here, and then that one, this one's going to be the bigger one. So this one is going to have the lever built into it. And since it's going to have the lever built into it, I'm going to go ahead and put this in there just in case. And put a Technic lever in there. Technic beam, rather. So that will go full down, pull back, and it starts walking until it no longer walks anymore. Now, this is going to definitely put... Oh, it needs to be longer. This actually would need to be longer so that I can wind it. Because it has to be like a wind-up toy kind of deal. So I'll use this one. This one would be probably better because it goes in the one way and then it will stick out a little bit. Just enough for me to do the thing that I want it to do. There we go. So there we go. We got the thing that will pull it. And then snap back down. So hopefully we can oh, it's gonna have to be bigger. Oh boy, it's gonna actually have to be big. No, I don't want it. But you know what? It's a learning experience. It's a learning experience. So I'll get some longer Technic beams. We should have some long ones. Yeah, I'll just get regular Technic beams. I think that's probably the best way to go when it comes to making up a wind-up toy. I should probably put a clutch in there. I'll put a crank. I think it just needs a crank. I don't think I had to put a clutch. It just needs a crank. in the lime, people. We're bringing in the lime. It's lime time. I know some of you do not like lime, but you know what? Too bad. You're gonna like it anyways. Regardless of what I state. There we go. There's that one. And then there is that. Yep. Actually, don't I have that length of Technic in black? I think. Udron Micro says lime. I still think of that guy whenever somebody says the name of this color. You know what? Me too. My gosh. We get some weird people in this community. Let me tell you, we got some weird people. And I mean weird. To be fair, I'm weird. But I don't think I'm that level of weird, so I don't think it counts. And if any of you thinks I am that weird, get your facts checked. I am not that weird. You're weird for thinking I'm weird. That's how that goes. There we go. That goes there. So get the lime out. We don't need it. Put that there. Actually, let me do it this way. That probably will be better. There we go. We got the chain. And then we will go ahead and get the 6 length. Put that through. Then do that. Then I should have the other one right here. Yep, there we go. I got the other one right here. Awesome. There we go. So yeah, we're making a quadruped, but because it's going to be off the ground, we're going to try to see if we can make it walk. Just as with just a wind-up feature. And if it can walk just fine with the wind-up feature, then that would be great. I would love that. But if not, then oh well. At least we tried. At least we tried. And that's what matters, that we try. So there we go. There's not that much resistance anymore. It's very smooth. I like that. I like how smooth that is. So let's go ahead and secure it even more. And make a walking thing that walks. And then we can worry about color schemes later. Am I right, guys, or am I right? I think I'm pretty right. You know what? Has anyone ever made a wind-up Bionicle? Like a Bionicle with like a wind-up feature. Where you just wind it up and it just does something. Has anybody done that? Just make a wind-up toy of a Bionicle that just walks? I don't think anybody has made a wind-up toy that just straight up walks. I could be mistaken, though. Please acknowledge that I could be mistaken, and that I may actually, in fact, be wrong. But I don't think anybody has made a wind-up Bionicle until today. Like I'm doing right now. You know, a lot of Machis, I'll be honest with you, a lot of Machis, even though they make some very beautiful models sometimes, I just have to think, like, does there ever come a point, like, where they just want to build something that's not just solely for display? Or do they just only build said mod just so that it can be displayed? And not, like, fiddle around with it or anything like that? I always ask myself that question, like, almost every single time when I see a build that somebody makes. You know, it's like, oh, that's cool. It's very cool. I like the clever parts usage, you know, the color, the composition. You know, all that is top. Very top notch. Very beautiful. But does there ever come a point where you're like, man, I kind of want to play with it because it looks so cool, but I know I can't play with it because even though it looks so cool, if you breathe on it, it falls apart. I wonder if that ever becomes like an issue for some people. Okay, stop motion. You're still fiddling with the figure, so that counts as play. That's like an adult form of play when it comes to action figures. So posability is a bonus. If you can put in all sorts of poses and fiddle around with it, that's fun. That's engaging. I find, you know, it doesn't even need to have a function so long as you can do a whole wide range of poses. That is a positive. That's a strength right there. Not a lot of mocks can do stop motion. I will say that right now. Not a lot of mocks can do stop motion. They're very limited sometimes by their range of articulation or how heavy they are or how strong the joints are due to their size. Because sometimes you have some very big mocks, but once you go to the hips or to the ankles, it starts flopping. So when I was like with stop motion for a little while, I would always try to put as much joints as possible just so that it can just stay stiff. Because I'll be honest, I never really wanted it to fall apart at any given time. You know, I want it to like hold together and stay sturdy. I mean, a good example of that would have to be my Karzani mock. My Karzani mock was actually no. There was this one mock that I did that was built solely for stop motion. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Let me actually pull that up. If I can grab him. He's a big boy, though. Just keep that in mind. He is very much a big boy. But he was designed for stop motion. And that's this guy over here. He's designed for stop motion, this guy. This guy over here is designed for stop motion. Udrons also says, sometimes whenever I can, I use the gear function for prop mocks, sort of like Construction and Bionicle Heroes. Rising Moon Utopia Beyond says, hello? There we go. You're welcome. I'm not going to say that again. I felt part of myself dive just then. I kind of disgusted at myself right now for saying that. But yeah, this model in particular, this mock was designed for stop motion. Not only so that the wings don't move as much if you go ahead and shake him around. they're designed in a way too so that I can just move them slightly and slightly, and not have it get caught as like it animates itself folding up the wings. You know, because like it's very organic in how it does it. And I'll do a back view too because it's just satisfying seeing it at play. And as you can see, it's stable until you lean him too much forward. But you know, you just adjust the foot and he's doing just fine right now. But I'm using like the pistons, the friction adders. The arms are probably like the weakest part, I will admit. Even though there are doubled up, it's just that the sockets are old. So because the sockets are old, they don't hold up too well. But he can like stand on one foot and stuff like that if you want him to stand on one foot. He's built for stop motion. So I'm very happy in how that one came out. And he still has a play feature on top of it. I like this particular model. But anyways, back to a wind-up Bionicle that I'm going to be making. And I guess I'll just keep him in the background since I really don't want to put him back where he came from. So we're going to make a pullback. So because it's going to be pulled back, this has to connect somewhere. There's going to have to be a rubber band that would have to go somewhere. Now, it can only go about this far before the rubber band gets in the way because it's going to be going that way. So I had to keep the hypotenuse of the triangle in mind, or at least the longest side of it. So that's going to be interesting. And we're going to start with just giving it wheels. I want to give it wheels first to see like how well it performs before like I do anything else. I kind of want to give it wheels first. So let's do that. Let's give it some wheels. And then we'll see if we have something that we can work with here. So I want to see if it's even strong enough to move something with very low resistance. And in order to do that, I'm going to make sure that I have something that it can clip itself onto. There we go. I found it. Okay, I need the brick separator. I need the brick separator. There we go. And that will go there. And that will go there. And now because of that, I can then feed something right through here and call it golden. Now let me go get some more red because it looks like we're going to be making a red walker. So since I have a lot of pieces in red, I might as well stay true with the red and then try to turn it into something. If I can actually find something, find the parts in red. I was like, oh, I can just go ahead and make the whole thing red since there's a lot of pieces in red. Yeah, that's a great idea. Oh, wait. Maybe not. I spoke too soon. I literally spoke too soon. Wow. I said, oh, wow, I have a lot of pieces. I could probably, in red, you know, especially in red. You know what? Maybe I should just make the whole thing in red. Nope, I guess not. I literally just jinxed myself, and that's hilarious. That is hilarious. I jinxed myself. Oh, actually, hang on. Hang on just a second. Maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. Put that in there. Now that's looped. That is secured. And now I can slide something in there. So now we can put some wheels. Once basically put a thing in. So put some half bushings and a bushing with an axle. Now that's the plan. That is the plan and a plan. And before I push it all the way in, I actually had to put the rubber band in. Now, we're going to use the smaller rubber bands because I have a surplus of the smaller rubber bands. Probably it won't do as good, but you know what? It's the thought that counts. And I think it will do just fine. I like how oh gosh, did something... Yeah, something did fell. Because it's pulling... I actually need to sandwich this in. Actually need to sandwich that in. Holy cow. Yeah, should probably sandwich that in. There we go. And then I'm going to need to get another number 3 to secure the other side. And then put another plate on just in case... if it decides to do anything else, which it probably might try to do something else, but I will not condone such behavior. There we go. It's secure. It's secure enough. Now to put some wheels on it. And see if it does the roll. If it can roll, then I am happy. If it cannot roll, then oh well, I tried. I guess. I tried to make it do the thing. But it will be a learning experience. Let's see if it's speed. If it's speed, then I'd be happy if it can speed. And I'll put this in the middle so that the wheel, it can have a tilted profile. Maybe that will be better. Udra Mike says, you think the Bionicle fans who like the GWP Toho also like the X-Pod series? Most certainly, probably, because I love X-Pods. But I'm not too crazy about the GWP. I like it for what it is. Don't get me wrong, I like the GWP. It's a fun-looking build. But for basically a $17, it's basically $17 for just $3 more, you can get the Lego Ninjago mech battle for $3 more, and with that comes not only just one but 2 mechs filled to the brim with play features, a custom minifig, and a whole bunch of accessories. With the Bionicle GWP, you get a plate with 1x1 tiles and an egg reflecting the Matanui Makuta. You got Tahu, of course. You got a Takua. and you got a display stand, which sounds good. It's probably equal. But with the display stand, that's where most of the budget is going into, is Tahoe and the display stand. That's making the bulk of the price. But I feel like if they did more with it and not put so much into the display stand, we might get some more like value out of the set as a standalone, and have some more fun with it. Because I had held the GWP in hand. Like one of my friends, who is a big Bionicle nerd, by the way, crazy about Bionicle, he got the GWP, and I was fiddling with it, and I realized, you know what? It's a cool set. I like it, but at the same time, like it feels a little kind of lackluster. Because if I really want a Tahoe on the back, a Takua on the back of a Tahoe, I could just get my Stars Tahoe and put the McTaurin on the back and just call it a day. Not even then, but we've experienced that multiple times with 2008 with the Fantoka series. Whenever I see a Bionicle set on the shelf when I was a kid, the first thing that comes into my mind when I was a kid, when I got a Bionicle set, was not that, oh, look at these cool new pieces. That thought came later. What I would initially think is like, oh, this looks awesome. I wonder what it can do. You know, oh, sweet, the scorpion shoots its stinger. That is awesome. Or you got spinners with the Rahaga, and that was fun. You know, you just go ahead and be like, Beyblade, let it rip, and then it goes flying, and you're like, okay, now that thing is gone now. Or for those that don't even have the play features, they still had a play feature to them, like the Bararaki. They were purely aesthetic, but some of them glow in the dark, and that was cool. You had a Bionicle that glows in the dark. You have soft, squishy bits, which were so cool. And you had the little, like, squids as well, and those were fun to play with. I love the soft, like gummy-like Bionicle pieces. I just really loved it because it felt so organic for a Bionicle being. And that's why I love the Roxy and the Krata so much. The Roxy, the Krata, the Krana with the Borak especially. Love that. And even for those that don't have squishy bits, like, for example, the Glatorian. The Glatorian, they look cool. You can put them in poses. Some that even had dual-purpose weapons, like Gresh. His shield can become like Tumfongs, you know, so he can just do stuff, or he can surf on it. He can surf on his leaf shield thing, and I enjoyed that. What does Tahoe do? You can put the Ku on his back, and he looks cool. He looks like he's surfing on lava. But I want him to surf more on lava. You know, let me go ahead and do more with it. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have, like, a something to make it feel more like he's surfing on lava. Like, no form of movement. I can pretend that he's surfing on lava if I just take the slab of rock off. But where's my lava then? Where's my lava? I don't have my lava anymore. What happened to my lava? I don't have that engagement. And that goes with a lot of UCS Lego sets as well, like the AT-AT from Star Wars. It is so big and massive. You would think it would not be able to move, but it comes with a special tool that you twist on each part of the body so that you can pose the legs. You know, and that's fun. That's cool. I love that. You know, it's big, but the fact that you can pose it, the AT-AT, that is awesome. What does Tahu do? You put Takua on his back and he surfs. That's cool, I guess. I've seen that too many times. That's not fun. I want some more fun. Can Takua throw the disc? Nope. That's a shame. Can you store the shield, the throwing disc on Takua's back? Not really, no. I wish that would be the case. That would be awesome if he can store the disc on his back. Am I asking too much? Probably. But do you think it would be kind of deserved after all these years? Probably. Rising Moon says, "Where's Tim? Tim, I'll get Tim. Don't worry. He's alive." Neutral Micro says, "Yeah, GWP should have been sold at $15 to $20 or something. Xbox usual creator gimmick, several builds in one set, plus the name giving pod. Yes, the pods in X pods were awesome. And you know what they could have done? They should have, in the instructions, because I know there's alt builds for the Bionicle GWP. There are alt builds that designers have made. That I am aware. But if you're going to have alt builds in that GWP to recreate like the Fiku Spider and all the other stuff, put it in the instruction manual. Please. Lego. If there's going to be alt builds in your sets, you have to put it in the instructions. It was not in the instructions. You just built Tahu, Takua, and the little plate with the egg and the tiles, and you're done. There's not even an alt build in the instructions. It talks about Greg Farsteed, and like the design language that went into Lego, but other than that, you don't really get that much, which is a shame. I want more. I'm greedy. I'm a greedy person. I want more. Like there's straight up alt builds for the GWP. I kid you not. For the Bionicle GWP, there are multiple. Now, let me go ahead and get Tim. I'm going to have to move in front of the camera, so I'm sorry, but you're going to see a lot of stuff. Okay. There we go. There we go. Tim! He's born! There's Tim. You have Tim now. Tim is here. I freaking love Tim. I don't have a lot of... I have wheels, but the wheels in question are... You see, I have this corner that I'm dealing with. I had to fight with a corner, which is not ideal for testing something. Do I have two big wheels? I know I have a big wheel. Or do I have another big wheel? That's the real question. Wait a minute. These could be wheels. I can use this as wheels. I'm going to use them as wheels. Because I can and because I will use them as wheels. Probably going to be the most ridiculous pair of wheels, but it's going to be the beautiful set of wheels you will probably ever see in your life. Oh, that is satisfying. That is so satisfying. Okay. What we're going to do instead, we're going to just put a stick. We're just going to get a really long stick. We're going to plug it in the back. And we're just going to go ahead and make this thing roll and see how well it rolls. So we got the stick, right? We got the stick. And we're going to go ahead and put it in. There we go. So there's that. Kind of looks like a tank or something, but let's clear this out of the way. Let's clear all this out real quick. Resin Moon says, "Yay! Our God is back in town." Indeed. I'm sorry for reading that late, by the way. Sorry for reading that a little bit on the late side. But okay. Let's go to the first test. Let's see how far it goes. Man, I'm blocking most part of the screen. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let me see if I can make sure you guys can see better. There we go. You guys can see better. Okay, we got this. Got to pull back. So we're gonna pull it back, and then we're gonna make it roll. 3, 2, 1. That's not really that fast. We're going to put more rubber bands. I think we should put more rubber bands. Maybe more rubber bands will work. Let's put some more. It's concerning, but to be fair, these are some big wheels that I put on. But I think it will match in the sense that, well, yeah, we're going to have like something that is going to take a while for just one walk cycle rotation. You know, so the more rotations you have, probably the better. So let's go ahead, put another in. Okay, so it's doubled. It's doubled now, which means it should move a little bit quicker with its big fan wheels. And if it doesn't, then, well, at least we tried in terms of official Lego, right? Okay, let's turn it back. And let's watch it. It's looking good. It's looking good. I like that. Let's pull it all the way back, and then we let it go. That had some oomph to it. And it didn't even finish rolling. That's the funny part. So let's go ahead and grab Takua. So we got Takua right there, right? So we're going to steamroll him. We're going to steamroll him. We're going to steamroll Takua. Let's see how far it takes Takua. Wow. Okay, I missed that time. Hold on. We're not going to move Takua at all. We're going to aim for him. I'm going to eyeball it. Oh, He got ran over. Let's go. Oh. Okay. That was fun. That was fun. We ran over Takua. That's a win in my book. We ran over Takua. Now let's turn this into an actual Bionicle. Now that we're done testing it. So we got our chassis here, as intended. Now to go ahead and make it turn into a thing. And make a thing be a thing. If a thing can be a thing. Which it should be a thing because it can be a thing. And will always be a thing. In my opinion. Okay. That was yummy. That was yummy. I just had some tea. And it was delicious. If you must know. Which you should know because it's very important and vital information. Okay. Let's see if I can make this thing walk now. Now that it has enough torque. Which, that is very strong. I might add, it's very strong. Well, we could get a 2x6. Do we have a 1x6? Actually, not a 2x6, a 1x6. We need a 1x6. I think this is like a 1x12, isn't it? Jesus, I don't need it that long. I don't need it that long. Why is it so long? That is way too long. I really don't need it that long. Okay, well, I'll stop looking in the black container. I'm sure I'll find something elsewhere. Oh. Okay. But I like this mechanism. It's so satisfying. Okay. Ow. Almost squished my toes there for a second. Not a fun experience. Can confirm. It's actually pretty painful, actually. Do not recommend squishing your feet. It's not fun. You might think, oh, it's a great experience. No, it's not. Hardly from it. I should probably angle that a little bit more so you guys can see. That's probably a good idea. Probably. Most certainly. There we go. And with that comes the fun part. The legs. Let's make some legs now. Now that we've got a bit of a torso over here. That's strong enough. And we're going to get baggy and red. There we go. Got some red baggy goodness over here. There we go. Let's go ahead and make a walking Bionicle now. Now we tested it. We got it working. We got a pullback motor. And now we can build a Bionicle around the pullback motor. Out of system. And then we might make some Technic-based ones that are not solely just system. It can actually, in fact, do various tasks. If I so deem it worthy to do so. Dylan McCron says, hello there. Hi, welcome. We're building some system Bionicle. And this time we're going to make one that has a wind-up feature. So before, in the past, I made Voodoo Man. He walks. I've made a Tequila that can throw discs. And now I'm going to go ahead and make a Bionicle with a wind-up toy. With a wind-up walk feature. So that should be fun and interesting and engaging. And in order to do that, I am going to go ahead and make sure that it can walk the way that I want it to walk. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Honestly, this is the first time I made a Bionicle wind-up toy. Typically, I don't do wind-up toys, but if it works, you know how much I won't have to worrying about how heavy a battery is? If I can make a Bionicle that walks via a wind-up feature? You know how extensive that would go, how many things I would be able to make. My power will be limitless. Will be like unlimited power and just rule the galaxy, basically. I would basically be able to rule the galaxy. No one will stop me. I will be invincible. And it will be glorious. And it will be beautiful. Because it is glorious. And I just realized I should I don't do it. Just to get the... No. Oh, gosh. Oh, there's multiple. It's not just the one. I thought it was just the one that I had to take off, but nope. Let me just take this component off entirely. There we go. And then I can remove that. Yeah. And then that can go through there. I slide that in. I incorporate this in. Without messing up my gears. Or shifting gears for that matter. But get that out, flip it. That in. Boop. There we go. And then we have ourselves the main core with the lever system. So then now I can have it in a way where I can basically control the legs and make it do whatever I want it to do. Which honestly, there's nothing more that you need besides that. Honestly. Okay, let's get some Technic beams and get this show on the go. Oh, that probably best for me to make sure everything's not caught up in itself. Wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Why is it like that? That shouldn't be like that at all. What the heck? Okay. Let's get the L pieces in. L for Lego. There we go. And why are you catching? You're not supposed to catch. Yo! I made a thing, and I think he will be able to crawl. Okay. If it can crawl, I'm gonna give it like big legs too. Oh! I realized what it could be. Guys. Because it's made out of system, right? And it crawls by itself. What else crawls? Crocodiles. And you know what else is a crocodile? A terracotta. I can make it into a terracotta out of bricks. Oh, I had to do that now. I had to turn it into a terracotta now. That has to be a thing now. It has to become a terracotta. There's no ifs or ands about it. It has to be a terracotta now. There we go. We got that. If I can make a walking terracotta, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. I can make it look more like the... Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, so because it moves in a way, in a particular way, so that moves forward, back. So in, out, and that will allow for this component to act as the lever system for the arm to extend out and to compress in. So the arm itself is going to be very thin and spindly and stuff, just like an official Terracotta, with the added bonus that, oh yeah, it does stuff. So that should be cool. That's going to be so cool when it's done. Oh my gosh. There we go. There's one. And there is two. And of course, we're going to go ahead and make sure that this thing has proper hands now. But it's going to be kind of on the longer side because it kind of has to be on the longer side. Oh, actually, no. I don't think I should turn it into a Terracotta. Okay. I don't think I should turn it into a Terracotta. Hold on. It needs to be something else. It needs to be something else. What are those? You know what? I think I got an idea what I can turn it into. I got an idea because I already got the crawler part of it, and it will make it the steps that it needs to make. I just wish that. Actually, wait a minute. I don't have to wish for it. Because this can. Because the pullback mechanism could be here. I don't even have to twist this thing. So I can take this axle out and put a thinner one in there. And then I can. Wait a minute. If I put one there, I want to make this turn it into a Hydruka. I want to turn it into a Hydruka now, which means I'm going to have to change the body design a little bit just so that it can be a Hydruka, because it needs 4 of those on each side. Oh, that is so tempting. I want a Hydruka now. We'll just make a random Rahi. We'll just turn it into a random Rahi. We'll just turn it into a random Rahi. It doesn't need to be anything in particular. It could be an abomination. We'll start off with abomination first, making it a horrifying creature that you absolutely do not want to mess with. And then we'll turn it into something else if we need to. I think that's the better approach. That makes sense. So let me go ahead and make sure that everything is secure the way that it ought to be. There we go. So we got the limbs right over here. And then we go ahead and put this in the back, so it's like dragging a tail. And then we want... Ignore that. Ignore that. You didn't see anything. You didn't see anything, okay? Ignore that. Oh, it jumped. Wow, it jumps so much that it actually jumps a couple rotations. That's disappointing. Yeah, it just jumped. It just jumped again. I'm getting somewhere. I am getting somewhere. This is a cool concept. It just needs to be worked on a little bit. Let's put a counterbalance on it. Let's try a counterbalance. Maybe it needs a head. Maybe it actually just needs a head. Let me put a head on it. It has to have a weighted head. So that we can actually make this thing do the thing that we want it to do. So we'll go ahead, put that there. Then we do that. Then, let's see here. Yeah, that's good. That's good. And we need a drill bit because I feel like I'm making like a mole-like character, so let's give it a drill nose. If I can find a drill. I should have a drill bit. I should have one in my collection. If I don't have one, my disappointment will be immeasurable. Oh, there we go. I found it. Now he can have a drill nose. Maybe. Potentially. Potentially. And we'll put some yellow in there. Actually, I got an idea here. I have an idea. And it's a darn good idea. And you will like this idea because it's actually a very good idea. And if you don't like the idea, well, at least I tried. At least I tried with the idea. There we go. And then I can go ahead, grab this. And wow, that really that really did not want to go in there. Okay. Regardless, we got a snoot. So there we go. A walking drill Rahi thing, and it needs character. I feel like it needs character. So we're gonna give Gonna give it googly eyes eventually, but right now, it's just gonna be as is. Oh God, stop it. Stop being so nosy. I'm getting somewhere. I am getting somewhere. If it just won't, if it could just stop falling apart, that would be great. I would be happy if it would stop falling apart. That would be awesome. There we go. We'll put 2. Maybe 2 is better than 1. As they always say, 2 is always better than 1. And I'm going to go ahead and put a bushing in there, just in case. If anything. If anything. Then, we have that. It rolls. And then, away it goes. Oh, wait, why won't you go? Come on. Oh, it needs more torque. It's trying to go. What if it, you know what? It might need a something to guide it on the bottom. So it will stop tilting the way that it tilts. Then it's just a pair of wheels that are dragging itself forward. It's not the same. But I feel like it would go further if that were the case, though. I feel like it would go further if that's the case. Let's try that then. Let's try that. Let's go ahead and make an even curve thingy just so that it can walk better. Maybe, potentially. It might work. You never know. It might just work. I hope it works. Wow. Who would have thunk? There we go. Got some Technic in there. Put a lift. I'm gonna put a. You know, we're gonna put a Technic bar in there. I feel like a Technic bar will do the trick just fine. Then that goes there. That goes there. And that goes there. Then I get number 3. Yeah, get number 3. Put that in there. Put those in, and that should act as a balancer for it to do the thing that I want it to do. If it does the thing that I want it to do. Which is a lot of ifs. But it just might work, so. There we go. That might actually do it. That might actually do it. Let me get some 1x1s. And then, if I'm putting it in, it should be able to walk. Should be. Maybe. Probably. Most likely. I don't know. There we go. Okay. 2 tiles. I mean, not tiles, plates. I'm sorry. Did I offend someone? I probably did offend somebody. There we go. I like how I'm just making a walking mechanism and I haven't even... Hey! That sounded like gunfire, honestly. Okay. Wind-up features. Gotta love them. Gotta love wind-up toys. My headspace is not there. But, you know what? I had fun. I built a thing. I can't complain too much. I built a thing. So I think I'll just end this stream here. It has been fun. I didn't make much of anything, but I was mainly experimenting. And I thank you all for spending time with me. This was nice. Well, anyways, I will go ahead. See you all in the next video. Thank you for stopping by. It certainly has been a blast. Toodles.